Welcome to WebRTC Boston, everyone. I'm gonna start. As usual, we have another very packed agenda. Can we put up the slides, please? Thanks. So yeah, as usual, we have another very packed agenda. 6 speakers tonight. We'll try to fit everything in. We'll probably finish hopefully a few minutes after 9, depending on how long we go. Hopefully everyone got some food and a beer or drink already. We'll have another break in roughly about an hour or so. And we'll start out, I'll do a quick kind of recap of the state of WebRTC. We have a really great speaker from the W3C, W3C WebRTC co-chair, Eric Lagerwey, will be joining us remotely just to give us a quick update on WebRTC standards. We have Aaron Sim, we'll talk about WebRTC and the intersection of WebRTC and the Internet of Things. We'll take a break for a little while so everyone can recharge, and we'll come back. Chris went from Comcast. We'll talk about WebRTC and streaming architectures, which I'm looking forward to. Followed by Vince Puglia of Dialogic. We'll talk about the VP9 codec and how that intersects with WebRTC and how to take advantage of that. And we'll wrap up the night with Chris Hopkins of CafeX, who has several years of experience and can talk about some of his do's and don'ts with WebRTC, what works and what hasn't through his experience in the enterprise. So if you guys are on the Twitter, please use the hashtag WebRTC Boston. We do have some T-shirts that we'll be giving away up here, so certainly if you tweet, if you ask a question, you're much more likely to get a T-shirt. Unfortunately, we don't have enough for everyone here, but we'll give out as many as possible. And we're fortunate to, there's a number of meetup groups here that are working together to pull off this great event. It's really good to work with such a great crew. So I run the WebRTC Boston group. You can just look up WebRTC Boston. If you care just about WebRTC and want to know about WebRTC things, go to WebRTC Boston, right? Also co-host of the Google Developers Group Boston, which I'll have Tom come up in a second. HTML5 Boston, Merlin, if you could just raise your hand just to introduce yourself. Another great group. Have any questions, see Merlin. During the break, I'll have Giorgio come up and talk about the New England software engineers. And we're fortunate this time to have the local Angular JS group also join. Unfortunately, Sharon, who runs that group, couldn't make it tonight. But that's another group if you're interested in Angular. Really encourage you to participate in that. So, Tom, would you mind just coming up and just giving a word on? You can use that or any of these.
Thanks, Chad. Welcome, everyone. Thanks to Google for sponsoring tonight. Thanks to Chad for organizing this great event. It's great to see such a robust turnout tonight. Could I just see a show of hands of how many people came from GDG Boston? And WebRTC? Angular? HTML5? A few people from everywhere. Great. So I just wanted to say one of the things that we're really proud of at GDG Boston, I know Google emphasizes as well, is diversity. We really value diverse audiences, and we think that everyone should be awesome to each other. If you find anyone, hear anyone, see anyone not being awesome, come find me or one of the other organizers. We've got Beth Mazias here in the front. Steve Patterson, who does most of the heavy lifting for the group, is in California. And with that, I'll turn it back over to Chad.
So we're also fortunate to have a number of great sponsors here, including YouTube and Google and McGraw-Hill Education. Giorgio will come up during the break and talk a little bit about McGraw-Hill Education. But Ying, if you're here, now's your chance to introduce YouTube. And Ian, if you can come up after, just talk about Google.
Hi, my name is Ying. I work on YouTube, specifically the live streaming platform. We're really happy to be one of the sponsors, and it's exciting to see such a big turnout. First, I want to thank all the organizers, thank Chad for bringing everything together, and I also want to thank all the speakers. And lastly, we are hiring in Cambridge, so if you are interested, please find me after this, or you can find more information on the website. Thanks.
Thanks, Ying. My name is Ian Sweat, and I work at Google as well as on some YouTube things as well as on some Chrome things. So I sort of go in all different directions, and I work on Quick, and I spoke at the last WebRTC event. And we're definitely still very excited about seeing Quick and WebRTC come together. But equally importantly, as Ying said, if you're interested in joining Google Boston, then definitely come talk to one of us. There are a variety of Googlers here. And I'm very much looking forward to hearing more about Comcast and VP9 this evening.
Yeah,
So
can we have actually all the Googlers just raise their hands in case, just so you know if you're looking to talk to someone. Thank you.
So hello everybody, I'm Giorgio Natili, this is Mr. Chris Allen. We are here to, first of all, to thanks Chad for setting up this. That's a great meetup. And second, to say thanks to our sponsor, to Google for the venue, YouTube for the food, MegaReal Education for the t-shirts. MegaReal Education, we have a representative over there. Raise your hand, okay? If you want to be hired or you want to know how we work, and you are interested in the position of software engineer, automation engineer, or performance engineer, speak with Enrico over there. He will give you all the news. And the other thing that we want to say, it's about the mobile T and the New England software engineers. The New England software engineer is a meetup, obviously. He's helping tonight. And he's meeting again at the end of March. We'll do an event about mobile first. We have one of the speakers, Greg, where are you? Okay, he's still outside. That will speak about mobile first solution, offline first solutions. We'll get people from Couchbase and we'll make a lot of noise. And I want Chris to introduce the mobile team.
Yeah, so next week on Wednesday, it's the 9th, we're going to be over at the Twitter offices here in Cambridge. And I am the resident mixologist, so I make all kinds of crazy cocktails for the group. I'm also a co-founder of a company called Rev5 Pro, which I briefly mentioned in my question, actually. We're enabling developers to make big live streaming apps at scale. So it's developer tools, so you guys should check out our stuff. And the event, Mobile Tea, is always pretty awesome. It's I don't know if it's really a developer meetup more than it is like an amazing party. But it is somewhat educational. It's a good place to actually meet other people. And the subject matter is actually a really good one for the next one, which is test-driven development. If you guys haven't gotten onto that, I know it's kind of an old concept, but it's super useful. And we have an amazing keynote speaker coming in. So I'll let Giorgio talk about it. You just you don't want me to botch the last name. I can't say his name. Rothen.
So the problem is that the surname of this guy, that is a keynote speaker of the Starkanda, the Fluent Conference, and so on, is Reisberger. That's not easy to say. Reisberger. Yeah, JB will do a 30-minute session about test-driven development, plus we'll have people from the Twitter SDK, myself, probably Chris will do something. And
Tell you how to mix a cocktail.
okay, that's fine. He will mix a cocktail for us, it's okay, with test-driven development. And that's it. So thanks again, Chad, and see you on Wednesday.